For the legs of frogs and pretty women. Of course, I'm talking about New Order, or rather Revenge, the group that has caused so many rumors about that breakup of New Order, since Revenge was formed by New Order's bassist, Peter Hook, while Barney, New Order's guitarist, went off to start electronic in the company of Johnny Marr. Did you get all of that? Well, in spite of all the stories to the contrary, New Order are not about to split up. The proof, they're about to record the theme song for the English World Cup squad, and I hope it will be better than the French one, which is a little more than Allez les Verts, Allez les Verts. That said, Peter Hook is still not a happy man, and he thinks there are too many stories circulating about New Order. So he's chosen Rapido to set things straight. A good choice, indeed.
Peter Hook is a veteran of more than one Manchester music explosion, with Joy Division, New Order, and most recently with Revenge. Now, with Manchester crawling with journalists writing features about its latest musical boom, Peter escaped to Paris to tell us about his new project.
Basically, we've all got to the point where I think we just needed a little bit more stimulus. We needed to get stimulus from somewhere else. And, Bernard's found his, and I found mine. I'm going to go all red now. And Steve and Gillian have found theirs. I mean, it's just a change as good as the rest. I mean, we've certainly no intention of, giving up on New Order, which is what everybody seems to think.
Ask me, why won't you ask me?
Recently, Factory Supremo Tony Wilson was stirring as usual, telling The Face magazine and anyone else who'd listen that New Order were just cashing in on the Joy Division legend and on Ian Curtis's death. But Peter Hook is used to this.
Knowing Tony Wilson the way that I do, I can imagine him saying it anyway, because he can be a bit of a callous when he wants to. But, I know it's rubbish because I know how much Tony loved Ian, how much we all loved Ian. It's just journalistic license, don't you call it? It's not true. It's quite interesting, though. It makes good press.
You don't need Rapido to tell you that the Manchester scene is where it's happening at the moment. Just look at the success of bands like Happy Mondays, the breakthrough from cult status of The Fall, and of course the huge hullabaloo surrounding Rapido's favourite amateurs, the Stone Roses.
Manchester's always been important to me, and I've always felt that musically it was very, very, very good as a town. And I think that this Manchester thing that's come about now is just basically the press wanting to write about something. It's boring. To me, it's boring. Because I've lived there and I know how good it is. You've got the Hacienda, we've done the Hacienda, we've done whatever we've done there. And we've done it from Manchester. And so, to me, it's just the rest of the world catching up with you.
When his new band, Revenge, played the Locomotive in Paris, fans heard Hook's characteristic bass underpinning the sound, just as it had in his previous incarnations.
I suppose it is true. I don't really hear many people that played the way that I do. I suppose you would say it's recognisable. As to whether it exemplifies the sound of either of them, I don't think that's specifically true. I think it was with Joy Division and New Order, it's the combination that makes the groups interesting, special. It's certainly not down on the bass player.
Just hurt me more and more, and nothing ever lasts forever. It's the same for you, I'm sure.
It's Boy's Own Fantasy time this week, First, Lloyd Cole wants to produce Bob Dylan, then it's New Order to write England's World Cup anthem.
We're doing the World Cup theme in England. We don't know whether that's going to happen yet or not. We're recording at the end of February, we're doing a single. And then towards the end of the year, we hope to do our next LP. So that's it. And what I'm doing and what Bernard's doing and what Steve and Gillian are doing is designed to fit in around that. So we still don't know whether it's going to work or not. You live in hope.
I have been informed that I made an important mistake during the process of this edition of Rapido. Actually, the band Noir Désir is not from Toulouse, but from Bordeaux. I am sincerely sorry for that. Excuse me. Rapido follow up and finish. Join us next week.